Bowl Sunday and a super effort for Coastal Carolina on Saturday afternoon. Good Sunday. This is the Cliff Ellis Show. I'm Rich Krampanis. And, Coach, we come to you from your new office in the HTC Center. And I tell you what, we're going to take some cutaways right away. That National Coach of the Year trophy, goodness gracious, that is something else.
Well, that was a great team. Mamadou Njai played on that team. It's the team number one in the country, and then it's the highest honor that I've ever received. But it's a player and team honor because it was a great basketball team. But we're in New Diggs. You're seeing what it's like. We're out of Kimball. We've got great space. The HTC Center is just a wonderful place for us and is now home to the Chants. And men's basketball is certainly very proud of what we have. And it helps us with regards to vision and where we want to go, recruiting. Helps us with regards to being able to have practice facility and having coaches' offices where you can get some work done. So what a difference a year makes.
Let's take a look at the action from Saturday afternoon at the HTC Center between Coastal Carolina and Radford. Coach, you did not have the services of Hadji-Ndieguene. You're going to update his status a little bit more, but in short, he's having recurring headaches.
Well, he's having recurring headaches. He saw a neurologist who recommended he see a cardiologist. They'll do an echogram Monday, and he will not be cleared until he gets through these tests. But hopefully we'll have him back in uniform soon.
Early on, Kier Greenwood and Anthony Raffa, like they usually do, set the tempo and set the tone of the basketball game.
Well, they're experienced and they know what to expect from other teams, and they certainly got us off to a good start early.
Uros Leskovic starting for El Hadji. Boy, he really showed his strength inside on this play.
Well, we need that low post power, and I thought we gave some power out early.
Kier Greenwood, the hoop and the foul. Kier bouncing back from a less than stellar effort against Winthrop. He looked real smooth right here.
He did a nice job.
Anthony Raffa, you know what he does. He just gets that ball and attacks the rim. This is vintage Raffa right here.
Well, he's somebody that can go and make plays.
The one thing I saw in this game that I haven't seen much of this year is Badu Jang attacking on the inside. We saw his physicality, I think, for the first time, really.
Best first half that he's played. That half was a good half, and the best that he's played for us all year.
Badu one more time here makes it 15-8 Coastal. Radford, a team that you were very impressed with, Coach. You see their athleticism here. Rafa gets blocked up to the other end. Here's Javante Green with the slam.
I'll tell you what, now this guy's an athlete that slams it. He's a very athletic. He's a very good four-man in our league.
Big three here by Anthony Raffa makes it 24-14, and then you kind of sputtered towards the end of the first half. And the big storyline, Coach, you really struggled from the free throw line.
That was it. I mean, we just let them stay in the game with foul shots. And also, I thought that we took it into the paint. Didn't make our jump stops. We challenged too much. We had 7 shots blocked in the first half, so we weren't reading the help defense very well.
Coastal with a 26-20 lead at the half. Second half, Raffa comes out strong. The three here, you're up 11 at 31-20.
Well, we get a lead, but they're going to continually try to cut it back. This game's not decided till the last couple of minutes.
Kier Greenwood did a good job in making smart shot selections, and he was hitting that mid-range jumper a couple of times here.
That was big. That mid-range game is huge. It's a big part of the game.
Kier here makes it 40-33. Then some nice ball distribution by Coastal. Beautiful pass from Warren Gillis to Michelle Ananga, who didn't have a lot of points, but boy, he was awfully tough on the glass.
Well, his defense and rebounding was a big key to our win today.
Here's the big part of the game, Coach. Javante Green makes it a 42-40 game. You're up just 2, and this is really where we found out how tough this team can be, the mettle they showed, and it was Warren Gillis who came through.
Well, I think you have to have composure when things go against you. You got to have that composure. I think 4 things cause you to choke. You don't have composure if you're not confident, if you're not committed, and you don't concentrate. So we kept our composure, and we didn't choke. So those are things that are important, and we got better at the foul line.
And the freshman grew up in a big way. Tristan Curtis here, the follow slam, got the crowd going.
Well, he did, and it was kind of a quiet afternoon crowd, but that did get the crowd going.
Got Coastal up 49-41, and then, well, if you could bottle this up in March, here's Raffa. You need 2 points, keep the lead. This is a great turnaround jump shot, just real clutch.
Well, you get down the stretch, certain players are going to make plays, and Raffa certainly has made his share over his tenure here at Coastal Carolina.
Like you said, Radford not going away. R.J. Price hits this three here. You're up 5, 53-48, and this is Warren Gillis one more time coming through. Coach, this is beautiful on the scoop.
Well, that was nice, and it was a big basket.
Let's take a look at that one again. Gillis really showing some pretty moves in the paint. Puts you up 7.
And you want space because it's a low-scoring affair. Possessions are critical.
And the rest of the story, Coach, as poor as you were in the first half shooting free throws, you were equally outstanding in the second half. And the one moment I saw was when Tristan Curtis is here at the line. You kind of yelled that first one to get in there because it made it a 3-possession game.
Well, the free throws are going to determine the game in the last 4 minutes. You got to protect the ball and make your foul shots. And I was proud in the last 4 minutes the way we shot foul shots. We were at a very high percentage. Now, the first 36 minutes of the game, question mark. The last 4 minutes of the game, we hit foul shots.
Coach, the numbers certainly back it up. You go 13 of 17 from the free throw line in the second half, and that's why you win this game 62-52.
There's no doubt about that. Foul shots down the stretch won the game. Where we were deficient in the first half, they stepped up in the second half and made big plays.
Rafa with 22 points, Kiera Greenwood with 15, but it was Warren Gillis coming through in the clutch, and we caught up with him after the game. 5 points there when you got to 42-40. That three was huge, and then you hit the free throws, and it kind of settled you guys down at the free throw line too, didn't it?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we struggled early on the line. I think Coach Ellis told us we got to focus in on it and knock it down.
Especially at home, I think we play a better D. Like we be helping, we have the helper. How Coach say every time you have the helper, we go on the glass. It's like 4 people going to get the ball, and it's just a toughness.
Our HCC peak performer from the Radford game, Michelle Ananga, 4 points, but more importantly, 11 rebounds and 3 block shots.
Well, that's big key, and he defended their key players too. So a Warriors performance, you don't have to score 15 or 20 points a game to be the key. His rebounding, his defense, and his block shots, they were keys to our win.
Time for us to take a break. When we come back, we'll look back on Wednesday's game against Winthrop. You're watching the Cliff Ellis Show on WPDE News Channel 15. The Cliff Ellis Show is brought to you by Waccamaw Land and Timber, Beach Realty, and the Britton Law Firm.
Locals love Creek Rats for dinner. They rave about the seafood dinner special, baskets, po' boys, wraps, and burgers. But when you experience those incredible waterfront views, you get that relaxed Creek Rats attitude. On the Marsh Walk in Merle's Inlet and on Celebration Lake in Florence.
The Cliff Ellis Show is brought to you by Beach Realty. Working with Beach Realty means you get the reliability and dedication that comes with a team of seasoned professionals who are willing to go beyond the call of duty for you or your family. Visit scbeachrealty.com or call 877-98-SUNNY to learn how Beach Realty can help you locate your future real estate in the Garden City, Merle's Inlet, and Surfside Beach areas. Thanks to Kevin Dorenzo and the team at Beach Realty for being a part of our team on The Cliff Ellis Show.
Discover the road to fun through books. Reading allows you to explore new worlds, go on adventures, and to dream big. To celebrate reading, Ringling Brothers and your local libraries are hosting Reading with Ringling Brothers. Children between the ages of 2 and 12 can participate in the program by signing up with a librarian and by reading 5 books. Kids receive cool bookmarks, clown noses, and can even earn a free circus ticket. For more information, visit readingwithringling.com. Brought to you locally by WPDE News Channel 15. Playing February 14th through 17th at the Florence Civic Center. Go to ringling.com for more info.
Come get that relaxed Creek Rats attitude on the Marsh Walk in Merle's Inlet and overlooking Celebration Lake on South Cashua in Florence.
Welcome back to the Cliff Ellis Show. We go back now to Wednesday night in Rock Hill, South Carolina, as the coach and I break down Coastal Carolina's game against the Winthrop Eagles. Well, Coach, Wednesday night, Rock Hill, I know you appreciate the fans from down on the Grand Strand making the journey.
Well, they were a great crowd that came in from Coastal, and they follow us. They're staunch supporters. We love them to death.
Good atmosphere here in Rock Hill, though. You know, Winthrop with Greg Marshall building a tradition, and they do a nice job here at the Coliseum.
Well, there's no doubt about that. The tradition here in basketball has been built for a long time, and anytime these two teams get together, Winthrop owned the conference, and then we came along, and Asheville came along, and we've taken some championships away from them, and Winthrop knows that. So we're going to get their best shot every time that we play, and tonight's no different.
Great start, though, for your team, Kier, right out of the gates with this drive. And then Warren Gillis with a 3. It's 5-0 early, Coach.
We played very well, Rich, the first 12 minutes. I mean, we played championship basketball on both ends. But you'll see a different reel of tapes after the 12-minute mark.
Here's Anthony Raffa to make it a 9-8 Coastal lead. And, Coach, great defense here. You get the shot clock violation. This is what you're talking about.
Well, we came out, and everything's going our way. And the game really changes when Kier gets his second foul, and he has to sit about 7 minutes in the first half. We had no continuity on offense, but at the same time, that's no excuse for the rebounding that this team got on us.
Raffa hitting the 3 here, and then, like you said, everything going your way. Here's Kier beating the shot clock, kind of an off-balance shot. You're up 8 at 18-10.
Well, again, we're playing about as well as we can play.
Here's Anthony Raffa with the offensive rebound and putback. He had 12 points early in this game, Coach, another scoring binge. And then here's Warren Gillis to make it 22-15, Coach, and this is where you kind of fall off the ledge.
Where it changes, right here, 22-15, downhill.
Derrick Henry hits a 3. This is the first time the crowd gets going. It's 22-20, and now it's just going to kind of be a tight game to kind of get through to those last 4 minutes of the first half.
Well, and that's what we're trying to do without Kier on the floor. We're just trying to survive, which we do. We survive it with a 1-point lead at halftime.
Warren Gillis here with the bucket. Makes it 26-24. You lead 26-25 at the half.
And then we go in at halftime. We talked about the fact that we got to be physical. We got to be tough. And in the second half, Winthrop kind of owned that part of it.
Coach, 5 fouls in the first 2 minutes, so right there kind of got you a little reeling.
Well, we're grabbing too much on the hands, and you got to play with your feet, and it really gave them some momentum. I thought the early fouls put them in a good situation.
And the big thing for Winthrop, they were 1 of 8 from three-point land in the first half. Andre Smith got going, and now Winthrop's got a 5-point lead.
Well, we didn't find him on out-of-bounds under situation, but we also know in the scouting report we can't let this guy get off.
And now, at this point, Coach, your defense does buckle down, and you're just trying to find some buckets here. Raffa makes it 34-29. And, Coach, you have this one little surge here where you score 5 points in a row, starting with the Warren Gillis 3, and then Hadji-Ndieguene with the power move. And, Coach, it's 11:37 to go. Things aren't going well, but you're only down 4 at 38-34.
Well, we're still in the ball game, and every possession's critical. You have to get every rebound. You can't turn it over. You got to take good shots. And we're right there knocking on the door.
And Kier Greenwood, this is uncharacteristic, but he does follow his own miss here. You're still in it at 44-38, but this is where Winthrop gets that surge of threes going once again, and this is where they really get the separation.
Well, we knew that if they started getting the 3 ball, that it was going to be trouble, that we could not beat them if they get the 3 going.
And that's exactly what Winthrop did in the second half. They built a 51-38 lead, and now you're just playing catch-up. Here's Kier with a steal in the lay-in. And then Michelle Ananga just trying to keep things going, Coach. You're down 10, 55-45.
Well, they've made a surge. Now we have to start fouling. We're trying to gamble a little bit, but they did a good job against our pressure.
Badu Jang hits the 3 to make it a 7-point game, but when Andre Smith answers right back, that's your ball game.
Well, the 3 by them, when Smith hits the 3, that's a dagger for us.
61-48 is your final. Coastal Carolina falls on Wednesday night to the Winthrop Eagles, and Coach, Winthrop does play well here in Rock Hill.
Well, they're a very good basketball team. Now, we have to understand this is a team that's gone on the road. They've beaten Auburn. They've beaten Ohio University, who's undefeated in the MAC. They're a very physical basketball team. Winthrop can win the Big South tournament. I think there's 5 teams on our side that can win this Big South tournament, but you got to give them a lot of credit.
And after the game, the 2 senior leaders, Raffa and Greenwood, try and put their finger on what they can do to play better on the road.
We got a young crew, and for me and Kier as the captains and the seniors, we try to talk to them, and they're young. I mean, they don't understand. Some of them do, some of them don't, but I don't know. Maybe they're too young to, comprehend. When you go on the road in conference, you're going to get a battle. You can see when we're at home, we play great. But when we're on the road, we don't know which team's going to come out. Is it going to be the team that plays at home, or is it going to be a team that, we play good for the first 12 minutes of the game, first half, and, we don't do so good in the second half?
Like Rafa said, you got to steal it on the road. It's not like you got the crowd behind you. I mean, we're we're in their territory. Their crowd was behind them, pumped up. So I mean, you got to tune that stuff out, and you got to do these games on the road like this. You know what I mean? And like I said, all credit to Winthrop. They play hard, and they got the win tonight.
Our HTC peak performer from the Winthrop game, Warren Gillis, coach, 10 points, but you, as always, point out the best stat, no turnovers. And if you had more of that, it'd be a very different story.
Well, there's no question about it. As far as a peak performer, his double digits and no turnovers, that was key.
Time to take a break. When we come back, it's time for Chants Corner. The coach goes one-on-one with Hadji-Ndieguene. That's when the Cliff Ellis Show continues right after this. The Cliff Ellis Show is brought to you by HTC. This is life. Connect with it. And by Darpro Solutions, America's largest and oldest recycling solutions company that serves the nation's food industry. A special thanks to HTC and Darpro Solutions, co-title sponsors of the Cliff Ellis Show.
HTC connects my family, neighbors, and businesses in our community to the most reliable communication services at the best possible value. More services, more savings, which is value I count on when I bundle, giving me more connections to the things that matter the most.
Bundle and save up to $45 per month today on your HTC services with HTC Member Connections.
HTC, this is life. Connect with it.
Darpro Solutions is America's oldest, largest, and most innovative recycling solutions company that serves our nation's food industry. Darpro offers their customers over a century of experience, a network of nationwide locations, and a continuous commitment to research and to develop tomorrow's recycling solutions. Darpro is founded on the heritage of two great companies, Darling International and Griffin Industries. A special thanks to Darpro Solutions for being the co-title sponsor of the Cliff Ellis Basketball Show.
The Cliff Ellis Show is brought to you by Waccamaw Land and Timber. Serving the Grand Strand since 1982, the ultimate goal of Waccamaw Land and Timber is to match the best interest of both the buyer and the seller. If you're looking for a place to relax, hunt or fish, the professionals at Waccamaw Land and Timber can find you the perfect recreational property. Call 449-0441 to discuss your real estate needs with Waccamaw Land and Timber. I want to thank my friend Keith Henson from Waccamaw Land and Timber for their support of the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers.
In the blink of an eye, everything changed.
The house we called home, gone.
Glad to see you and your family are okay, because what is lost can always be found again.
Passion. Without it, the best you can hope for is mediocrity. For WPDE News Channel 15's First Alert Weather Team, our passion is weather. Keeping the Grand Strand and PD informed with unrivaled accuracy and without the hype. It's our purpose, our spirit. It's the core of who we are. Anyone can read the weather, but it takes passion to keep your family safe with accurate weather coverage.
Welcome back to the Cliff Ellis Show. It's time now for Chants Corner. The coach sits down with junior forward Hadji-Ndieguene. This week's Chants Corner is being brought to you by HTC. This is life. Connect with it.
Welcome to Chants Corner. Today we have Hadji-Ndieguene, who's from Senegal. And he comes from a beautiful country, really and truly. I had the pleasure of coaching Mamadou Ndiaye, who's on our staff. He's the first player that came to me from Senegal. And now I have Hadji, and it's such a pleasure to work with this young man. Tell us a little about Senegal. Tell us about your country, how big it is, what it was like growing up there.
Senegal is a very beautiful country. It's by the Atlantic Ocean, very close to America actually. It's very beautiful. People are very nice. People like to be together, helping each other. It's a very religious country. Almost 90% Muslim and the rest Christians and Catholics. But the good thing about it is the cohesion they have, their friends, sometimes you see a Christian and Muslim living together, so it's a very beautiful thing. But overall, it's a great country.
What's the favorite food in Senegal?
Rice and fish.
Rice and fish. What's your favorite food over here?
I can say fajitas because that's the first thing I had.
Fajitas, okay. What's your favorite music group?
I like Coldplay.
Coldplay. I like Coldplay. Can you sing a little Coldplay?
Yeah. I will sing talk. Oh, brother, I can't get through. I've been trying hard to reach you because I don't know what to do.
El Hadji doing a little Coldplay from Senegal. We are so proud to have El Hadji, another one of those AB students. Very proud of him. We were without the services of El Hadji Saturday. He's had recurring headaches. He saw a neurologist. The neurologist has recommended him to a cardiologist. Test will be run Monday. Hopefully we'll have some news by the end of the day, but that's the story on El Hadji. So without doctors clearing him, he's not able to perform, and that's the smart things to do and the wise thing to do medically. But hopefully we'll have him back in uniform soon.
The Cliff Ellis Show is brought to you by A&I Fire and Water Restoration, Coastal Orthopedic, Strand Orthopedic, and Creek Rats.
Coastal Carolina University Chanticleers need to concentrate on playing their best, not worrying about what to do if an injury occurs. At Strand Orthopedic Consultants and Coastal Orthopedic Associates, we offer all our patients comprehensive orthopedic care from our team of renowned specialists. So no matter what your game, you can stay on top of it. Strand Orthopedic Consultants and Coastal Orthopedic Associates, proud to be the team physicians of the Coastal Carolina University Chanticleers and sponsors of the Coach Cliff Ellis Show.
Hello, I'm Tommy Britton. Along with my children, Case, Preston, and Mary Madison, I practice law here in Myrtle Beach. We're now known as the Britton Law Firm. And Coach Ellis and Coach LaForce, we have fine men that are leading our students at Coastal to great achievements. It's been a pleasure over the years to sponsor this program. The Britton Law Firm, all claims, trials in all courts.
Crestcom Bank is now offering our customers a new reason to smile. It's our totally free checking. And when we say free, we mean free. Totally free checking means free online banking, free online bill pay, free MasterCard debit card, free first order of checks, free unlimited checking. You'll even receive a free gift when you open an account. To sign up for totally free checking, visit any of our Crestcom Bank locations throughout Myrtle Beach and Charleston. Crestcom Bank. Have a nice bank.
HTC presents A Look Back, highlighting some of the great moments from the Cliff Ellis era at Coastal Carolina. Steven Sexton played for the Chanticleers from 2005 through 2009. The Kentucky native provided a couple of memorable highlights on the Cliff Ellis Show, most notably this trick shot.
I think John just took my head. That was crazy.
Now, a lot of people are going to see that, Rich, and say, you know, that's video trickery, that's camera trickery. That is actually what happened. We're going to set up a three-point play called the center sneak, and, you know, it looks to me to be too easy.
Sexton forced overtime against Charleston Southern in 2007, and with that, the first time we heard Cliff Ellis sing on his coach's show.
It feels like a raindrops falling from my eyes, except that one fell from the sky.
HTC has been the title sponsor of the Cliff Ellis Show for the past 7 years. HTC, this is life. Connect with it. Time now for the HTC Scouting Report. And, Coach, I can't put enough emphasis on how big a ball game it is Wednesday night. Charleston Southern coming to Coastal. This one's a high-stakes game, and, you know, I hope that the place is packed.
Well, it should be packed. We've had great atmosphere. It's going to be a huge game Wednesday night. They're leading our division at 7-1. They've got a 2-game lead. It's very important for us to establish ourselves continually at home because the Big South tournament is going to be played here. And with all the teams that have played, what Charleston Southern says, this is the team you got to go through. They're the ones in the regular season that have kind of stood out in front of everybody. It's a very good basketball team. So 7 o'clock Wednesday night, Charleston Southern should be a barn burner.
And then Saturday, you head to High Point. Coach, you really make a good point. There's probably about 8 teams in this league that are capable of winning it all, and High Point's one of them.
Let me tell you, this tournament coming in about a month or so is going to be something else. There's so many good teams. Men's basketball in this league is just so superior right now with so many other mid-major leagues. It's a great year for Big South basketball.
Coach, and one more honor that came along your very long resume earlier this week. Forbes.com posted a list of the best college coaches for the money. Now, I'm a stats guy and a math guy, so I thought this was neat. They took the Coastal Carolina budget and divided it by the number of Division I wins over the last 2 years, and you have 47 of them. And when you do all the math, $53,091 is your cost per win, and that makes you the 6th best in America among mid-major coaches. That's a unique honor, and I know you wouldn't take the time to do the math on that.
Well, I respect Forbes, and I'm not a math major, but it is, it's something that you have to give a lot of credit to the players that have played here. Men's basketball is a strong vehicle for Coastal Carolina University because every day your scores are reported in the paper or news media worldwide. We've been on ESPN a couple of times, and last year we've been on national television several times, and we've been able to win. So that is good for the university, and we're proud to be a part of it. And you give a lot of credit. You have to give a lot of credit to the administration for giving us the wherewithal. Also the players. Now, those are the guys that go out and win games. I just kind of lead them in the right direction. I don't shoot it for them. I don't play defense for them, but I do try to guide them. And they're the ones that have done the job.
We will be back with you next Sunday. We'll break down Coastal Carolina's games against High Point and Charleston Southern. For the coach, I'm Rich Krampanis. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next week right here on The Cliff Ellis Show. The Cliff Ellis Show is brought to you by HTC. This is life. Connect with it. And by DarPro Solutions, America's largest and oldest recycling solutions company that serves the nation's food industry. A special thanks to HTC and DarPro Solutions, co-title sponsors of The Cliff Ellis Show.
HTC high-speed internet is fast for my family, and that's good because with 4 of us online at one time, we can't afford to slow down. HTC is a plan that keeps our home connection up to speed, and faster speeds make it even easier to connect to family, friends, business, and entertainment on our tablets, laptops, and smartphones. And that's how HTC connects my home with the things that mean the most.
Get more speed at home for your new tablets with HTC high-speed internet and save.
HTC, this is life. Connect with it.
DarPro Solutions is America's oldest, largest, and most innovative recycling solutions company that serves our nation's food industry. DarPro offers their customers over a century of experience, a network of nationwide locations, and a continuous commitment to research and to develop tomorrow's recycling solutions. DarPro is founded on the heritage of 2 great companies, Darling International and Griffin Industries. A special thanks to DarPro Solutions for being the co-title sponsor of the Cliff Ellis Basketball Show.
The Cliff Ellis Show is brought to you by Waccamaw Land and Timber. Serving the Grand Strand since 1982, the ultimate goal of Waccamaw Land and Timber is to match the best interest of both the buyer and the seller. When a friend or colleague is looking for commercial property, I tell them to call the pros at Waccamaw Land and Timber. Call 449-0441 to discuss your real estate needs with Waccamaw Land and Timber. I want to thank my friend Keith Henson from Waccamaw Land and Timber for their support of the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers.
Passion. Without it, the best you can hope for is mediocrity. For WPDE News Channel 15, our passion is local sports. Keeping the Grand Strand and PD informed with unrivaled local sports coverage. It's our purpose, our spirit. It's the core of who we are. Others say they cover sports, but it takes passion to cover local sports.